everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing 10 disappointing beauty products for y'all. And I went through my makeup collection and I pulled out 10 of my most disappointing beauty products that I wanted to share with y'all today. And these are 10 products that stood out to me today, but if you guys like this kind of video, let me know and I will make sure to keep track of other disappointing products that I come across. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I am generally someone who looks for the good. I'm a very positive person, and when it comes to beauty products, I'm looking for the best. But unfortunately, with the good always comes the bad. And I think those are products that need to be mentioned as well, not just as a warning, but to kind of open up the floor as a discussion opportunity for us to kind of talk about products that we didn't like and why. And these are products that I don't necessarily hate. They're not products that I regret buying. There's a lot of videos talking about products that people regret buying. If I totally hate a product and regret buying it, I usually end up returning it. But these are products that for one reason or another were disappointing to me. Maybe they were hyped up here on YouTube, maybe I just didn't understand the concept, or maybe I just think it had bad marketing and the label needed to be changed a little bit. So for one reason or another, I will show these products to you guys and let you know why I found them disappointing, and I hope you guys enjoy. So the first product I have to share with y'all today is actually from Colourpop, and it pains me to say this because I love Colourpop. I'm wearing the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip on my lips today, and this one's in the shade Midi, and I love it, but these are not good. These are the highlighters, and I've used other cream powder products from Colourpop before. I like their eyeshadows, but their blushes and their highlighters just did not stand out to me at all whatsoever. And I love the lip products, but this highlighter, you guys, this is the Super Shock Cheek color, and this is in the shade Spoon. It is a gorgeous color. Like, isn't that so beautiful? It swatches really, really pretty, picks up really well on the finger, and then it swatches gorgeously. Like, isn't that to die for beautiful? But it does not look like this on the skin. Once you put this on your face, it's so chalky and it's so glittery. You can see chunks of sparkle all over the cheekbone, and it doesn't wear at all. It almost like flicks off of my face throughout the day, and it just looks so tacky. I cannot stand it. I have found that I use this on my eyes and I love it as an eyeshadow, and it works best with your fingertips. That's another thing about this. You can't use a brush with this to get it on your skin. I try using brushes to apply my highlighter, which is how you would want to apply a highlighter to the skin, and it just does not work whatsoever. So this isn't a complete waste because I do like using it on my eyes a lot, but I don't understand how people get these to work on their skin because it looks so bad on my cheekbones. So my second disappointing product is a drugstore item. This is a L'Oreal lipstick, and this is from the collection by Madison. And L'Oreal has released an entire collection where they have celebrities that inspire their colors of lipstick. So they have a nude line, a red line, and it's different celebrities saying what their favorite shade of red is or their favorite shade of nude is. So I was super excited about this because it's from Madison, who is absolutely stunning, and I thought it was a really great concept and a great idea for a brand. Now, I don't really like L'Oreal lipsticks in the first place because they have a really weird smell to them, and I just don't like that. But I thought this color was so pretty. Isn't that just the cutest little pinky color ever? Well, let's show you what it looks like on. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? I mean, you can see it now. You can see a little bit of a frosty pink. But this is not a nudie pink. This is not a nude pink at all whatsoever. It's the lightest, glossiest baby pink. And this does not show up on the lips at all whatsoever. You can barely see it. You have to go over it a million times, and then it starts to feel thick and it accents any dry pieces on my lips. It just looks so bad, and the scent is awful. And I do not understand why Madison would want her name on a product like this. You can barely see it on the skin, and there's just no benefit to this lipstick at all whatsoever. I love the concept. I love what L'Oreal's trying to do with this. I just don't think that it went very well. If you want the lightest bit of gloss on your lips, then maybe you would like this, but I feel like I would rather just go for a gloss instead. So the third product is from Coastal Scents, and this is the Coastal Scents Brush Shampoo Cleanser, and this is a brush cleanser. Now, the reviews on this were really good, but really bad. The reviews all said the product is amazing, but they said that the container was really bad. And I thought, thought, well, if the product's that great, I can ignore the fact that the container sucks. And to be honest, I love the brush shampoo. I think it's a great brush shampoo. It's not very expensive, but it does not come out. This container is so hard. It is so hard to squeeze it and actually get anything to come out of it. Like, you have to squeeze onto this for dear life and still barely anything comes out. And when you can get the product out, I think it's a really great brush shampoo, so I would recommend it, but it's something I'm gonna have to transfer into a different container because it's so inconvenient to use this, and I just want Coastal Scents to know it's a great product, but they need to change their packaging. Product number 4 is a brush line, and this is the e.l.f. Studio brush line. These are very popular, not only because they're so inexpensive, they range from $1 to $6, but they're super readily available and they have a lot of great shapes. So I was really excited to get my hands on these, and at first impression, I did love them. I thought that they were really great, they were super soft, they did a good job, and they're so inexpensive. But after continuous use, they all keep breaking on me. They completely separate from the ferrule, and I'm not just talking like one brush or the occasional brush. Like, I have an entire set of brushes that they have all just completely broken off. And the thing that frustrates me about it is that so many people talk these brushes up on YouTube. Everyone loves these. And I don't know if people are talking too soon, like maybe they just barely got the brushes and now they love them, but these do not last. And I have bought multiple of them and I have the same problem with everything. I haven't had the problem with the eye brushes, and I've recently purchased some of the newer brushes that look like this, so hopefully these last better. But even though these are so inexpensive, it's like not worth the money to me if they're just gonna end up breaking and turn into garbage anyways. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm cleaning my brushes wrong, but I'm not. I'm very good at cleaning brushes. I work for Sephora and I teach people on a regular basis how to properly clean their brushes so that they don't break. And it's not me, man, it's you. So I don't know if this is a problem everyone's having, but it's happened to all of my e.l.f. brushes, and I'm at the point where I just don't even think it's worth the money. Even though they're so inexpensive, if I have to throw them away after a couple months, like, why buy them? Product number 5 is a high-end beauty item, and this is the Naked Skin Beauty Balm by Urban Decay, and this is a beauty balm. It's a blurring technology, very glowy product. And while it's not the worst product ever, I just don't understand why it's called a beauty balm. When you put this on your skin, it only comes in one shade, and this is the color that it is. It's very, very warm, very orange toned, and it doesn't offer a lot of coverage or a lot of anything. You can barely see it on the skin, not a lot of coverage going on, and it mostly just gives a little bit of a blurring, almost shimmery, sparkly situation going on. And it's a really light shimmer that is kind of pretty. It gives you a little bit of a luminosity, and I think on the right skin tone, this could be really pretty, but I definitely wouldn't say it gives coverage. I wouldn't say that it's like most BB creams or beauty balms where it's like a really light tinted moisturizer, something that gives you skincare benefits. I don't feel like this does much of anything other than give a slight tint to the skin with SPF of 20. So it's not the worst product ever, but unless you're the perfect skin tone for this, and unless you want very little coverage and just a little bit of shimmer, I don't think you're gonna like this. When people think of beauty balms, they think of something that's gonna give some coverage, give them a very nice, natural, very healthy look to the skin, and something that they can pick the color that will work best for them. Naked Skin does have 2 other shades, and one is a little bit more of an illuminating one, and then there's another option. So maybe you can find a shade that's better for you, but I just don't think that this is really a beauty balm. I feel like this is more like a bronzing, illuminator, blurring type product. Product number 6 is probably the most disappointing product of all. This is the They're Real Push-Up Liner from Benefit Cosmetics. When this launched, Benefit did a really great job marketing this product, but I hate this. I actually hate this. This is a push-up liner. It's a gel liner, so you take off the top, you just unscrew it, and then you twist up the product out of the tip. And it has a little angled tip to where you should be able to draw the product on with ease. Now the problem is that whenever you first push out product, it's very chunky, it's very thick, and it just flakes right off the tip. So they recommend that you kind of remove the top layer and then you twist out more fresh product to get the best application. Now, if you're having to do that every single time, you're gonna be wasting a lot of product. But if you don't do that, you'll end up with a big blob like this on your eye, and that's not cute. So if you do squeeze out fresh product, it is easier to get a better application. So you can see that that's a nice line, but you still have more product up here at the top. And that's really difficult to get rid of once it's on your face. Now, what I do love about this liner is it is so waterproof, it is so black and so creamy. I feel like what they should do is take the product out of here and put it in a pot formula. That way people can dip their brush in and get the amazing product out of here without having to use this thing. And the whole idea of the push-up liner is that it's great for doing a little wing on the end of the eye to make it really easy for that, or it's going to get really close to the lash line to make the lashes look like they're pushed up. I don't find that this makes the lashes look more pushed up than any other eyeliner out there. I think if you're tight lining or getting close to the lash line with any eyeliner, you'll get that effect. So I don't really understand what makes this more of a push-up liner versus another eyeliner. I just do not understand the concept. I don't think it was well done, and I have had so many of these products returned at Sephora, and I know I'm not the only person who doesn't like this. But benefit, if you guys can put this formula in a pot or something like that, I think that would be a great idea, because it is a really great eyeliner. It's just such a pain in the butt to use. So product number 7 is from YSL, and YSL, or Yves Saint Laurent, is a very high-end luxury brand, so it is pretty pricey. This is the YSL Glossy Stain, and these retail for $36, so these are pretty expensive. And I like this product, but it's not exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So what it is it's a stain product that gives a glossy illusion to the lips. And they have a really great range of colors. And this is the first one that I picked up. I do have another shade, and this one is called 106. So that's what it looks like right there. It's a really light gloss, and it definitely isn't like a liquid lipstick by any means. It's more of a sheer gloss. Now, this goes on the lips and they dry down to a matte texture. And so that way when you kiss, they are color proof. They don't transfer, they're not gonna get on anything, and they do last all day long. But it has little tiny bits of shimmer in it that make it look like your lips are glossy, because it makes it look reflective from the light that is bouncing off your lips. But it's not glossy because it's matte and dry. So if you get up close to the lips, your lips look dry and they look very dehydrated and cracked, but they have a little bit of color and glitter all over them. It's a very strange situation. It looks really weird up close, but from far away, it looks really pretty. It looks like your lips are glossy and it lasts all day long. So I feel like a lot of people would like the effect that this gives, but your lips do feel dry with them on, and they do look really weird up close and personal. So this is the kind of product that I find myself constantly having to put a gloss on top of it, or a lip balm, or it's something I just kind of have to keep an eye on, because it starts to look really weird throughout the day. But they do come in really pretty colors, and I do enjoy that I can wear it all day long and it looks glossy, but it's a little weird. So it was kind of disappointing to me, and $36 is a lot of money for something that makes your lips kind of dry looking, but I don't hate it. I still find myself using it. It's just kind of weird. So product number 8 is an eyeshadow palette, and this eyeshadow palette is by Smashbox. Now, Smashbox is a brand that I have used a lot of their products that I have absolutely loved, but I've used a lot of their products that I wasn't a fan of as well. They're kind of a hit and miss high-end brand for me personally. So Smashbox shadows have never been my favorite. I don't think they have the best eyeshadows, but when these palettes came out, people were so excited. Has a beautiful range of colors. It's all neutral. This is the full exposure palette, and then they have a double exposure palette, which has a little bit more color to it. Now, these matte shades are pretty good. They do swatch pretty well. I don't have too many issues with them. You can see the colors, and they do blend really well. But when it comes to this top layer here, we've got a lot of shimmery colors that are very tricky to work with. So I'll swatch these for you guys and you can see what they look like. They're beautiful shades, they're neutral, and I think a lot of people really like this shade selection. But the problem is that they completely disappear. Like, they are gone. I'm gonna show you what the black looks like. So we're gonna swatch it. Really pretty, lots of shimmer, but it just blends away to literally the lightest amount of color. The glitter is all gone, the shimmer is all gone. You still have the color there, and anytime that you're not using a primer, you have to expect the product to fade a little bit, but especially when it comes to these lighter shades here, they fade to very little to nothing at all. Unless you're using like a glitter glue with these, they do not stick on the eyes, and when you try to blend everything out to make it look like a pretty eye look, it blends the color all away. So I definitely wouldn't say these are shimmery eyeshadows. I would say these are more glitters that need to be used with a glitter glue, but that's not really specified in this palette. They don't tell you that these are glitters. They say it's a all neutral palette with mattes and shimmers, and that's just not the case. But for the price point, I just don't think that these shadows blend the way that they should. I don't find that the mattes are so exceptional that it's worth having to deal with these weird glitter shades here. I don't feel like they blend well. I don't feel like they're pigmented enough. And there's just a lot of other palettes out there that are the same price points and are so much better. So I found this product disappointing, but I still find myself using it because I do like a lot of the shades in there. So product number 9 is an eyeshadow primer. This is by Benefit Cosmetics, and this is the Air Patrol. Now this is supposed to be a tinted eyeshadow primer that prevents your shadows from creasing and fading, neutralizes the lid, and provides an SPF. Now this is a very yellow tinted primer. It's very yellow. So yellow that if you have cool undertones or really fair skin, I don't think this will work for you because you can see it on the eyelid. You can tell that you have this coat of yellow going on. If you're putting an eyeshadow on top of it, that may not be a problem, but if you're trying to wear this as a lid color or as a neutralizer on its own, you're gonna be able to see it. Now, I like that it has a tint to it because I think it makes sense to use a tint to neutralize the eyelids, but I don't think that this has a very good tone to it. So as far as creasing goes, I find that this always creases on me. If I try to wear this as a cream shadow by itself, it will create a line in the middle of my eyelid throughout the day. I have tried this product multiple times, and every single time I use it, it creases, and I've noticed that it creases on clients that I've put it on as well. So that is definitely a no-no when it comes to eyeshadow primer. And the last thing that kills me about this is I do not understand why this tip would be convenient. It's not good for applying product to the lid. It's this weird squishy gummy bear consistency, and I just don't find that helpful or convenient at all whatsoever. So this product was a total fail for me. It's not the worst product in the world. I think some people would get good use out of it, and I've heard a lot of people say that they actually like it. But I think for the price, I just think there's so many better eyeshadow primers out there, and this just does not do the job for me. And product number 10 is another brush line. This is the Sedona Lace brush line. And I used to love these brushes, and it was one of the first brush sets that I ever invested in. But now that I've used so many other brushes, I find that there are a lot of other brushes for the same price point as these. Now, I really like the Vortex line, which is the pink bristles that are a lot softer, a lot better. Those are so much easier to work with. But these are from the Vortex line, and these shed like crazy on me. These bristles aren't that soft, and no matter what I do, there's always little hairs coming off of it, either on my skin or when I'm washing it. And I have tried so many different ways to make these work for me, but at the end of the day, it's just so frustrating that an expensive brush line is shedding like crazy. And I have so many more inexpensive brushes that I think do so much better and don't shed that I would have to say I don't recommend the Sedona Lace Vortex line. All right, guys, so that's it for my 10 disappointing products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if any of the products I mentioned you guys actually really like. I always think it's interesting to see the different points of view relating the same products. I do love all of the brands that I mentioned today, and there are products from all of these brands that I absolutely adore, but for one reason or another, I did find all of these products to be disappointing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out my Instagram and other social medias. I'll have them linked down below. And please subscribe to my channel. I would love your support, and I will see you guys in a later video. Mwah!